In this video, we're going to show you everything you need to know about Fibonacci extension trading fast. Please hit the like button, but more importantly, hit the notifications bell so that you know exactly when new content is released. Let's first cover how to set up the Fibonacci extension tool correctly. So to access the Fibonacci extension tool, on the left here, click the arrow beside Gann and Fibonacci tools and select Trend-Based Fib Extension. Click once, drag your mouse upwards and to the right and click again. Then drag your mouse downwards and to the right and click again. This here is your Fibonacci extension tool placed on your chart. Let's now change these settings so that you can more effectively use the tool. To access the Fibonacci extension settings, click on the Fibonacci extension area. Then click this icon right here, which is your settings, and then it will show up on screen. Let's first remove a few levels we don't use. What's left are the levels that we use. If there are levels that you use as part of your trading strategy, then leave them in. Next, let's remove the background color. Unselect it here. Next, remove the prices to reduce clutter. Unselect it here. Next, we want to change these to percentages. Click the drop-down menu here and click percents, and you'll see that your Fibonacci extension levels are now shown as percentages. Next, we want to move these percentages to the right side of the tool. Where it says labels, click the drop-down menu here and click right, and you'll see the Fibonacci extension levels now on the right side of the tool. Next, we want the Fibonacci extension percentages to be right beside each fib line, because right now, they are slightly above each fib line. Again, where it says labels, click the drop-down menu here and click middle, and you'll see the fib extension percentages now right beside each fib line. Next, we want these fib percentages to be larger and more visible. So where it says font size, click the drop-down menu here and click 24. Notice how they are larger and more legible now. Next, we want these lines to be thicker and more visible. So where it says levels line, click here and go down to the thickest line and select it. Notice how the lines are now thicker and more visible. Next, we want to change the color of these lines to all be the same. And that's it. This is now the ideal settings for your Fibonacci extension tool. Let's now get into how to use the Fibonacci extension tool on your charts. So before we continue, we want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments below right now what topics we should cover next, as we always look at the comments to decide on next video topics. Also, please hit the like button, as it allows for our team to continue to produce free YouTube videos. So, Fibonacci extension levels can be used to identify trade exit points due to trend exhaustion and the big guys taking profit. In an uptrend, you have your impulse moves here and your corrective moves here. Grab your Fibonacci extension tool, click at the start of the previous impulse move here, drag it up and click again at the start of the corrective move, and then drag it down to the starting point of your current impulse move. Then drag it slightly to the right and click again. These are the Fibonacci extension levels we use. Now, a very important point. Different traders will choose to use different Fibonacci extension levels, which is perfectly fine. The ones we use work best as part of our overall strategy, but you should use whichever Fibonacci extension levels you find work best as part of your overall strategy. Fibonacci levels aren't an exact science, so you must use them in combination with price action to increase the quality of an already good trade entry or trade exit, and not on their own. So in the opposite direction, in a downtrend, you have your impulse moves here and your corrective moves here. Grab your Fibonacci extension tool, click at the start of the previous impulse move here, drag it down and click again at the start of the corrective move, and then drag it up to the starting point of your current impulse move, then drag it slightly to the right and click again. And these are your fib extension levels. So, starting with the 50% to 61.8% Fibonacci extension zone for trade exits. So, you went long at this key support level here, or through the breakout here. Price then starts to trend heavily upwards in your favor, and you start looking for possible exit points. But there is no resistance level in sight to target for an exit. So what you do is you take your Fibonacci extension tool, click at the start of the previous impulse move here, drag it up, and then drag it down to the starting point of your current impulse move. You would then be watching the 50% to 61.8% Fibonacci extension area for price action to signal a possible trend change, which you got through the sideways chop, descending triangle pattern, followed by the break below the pattern. It's at this point when you would further trade manage or exit manage your position, which we cover in depth on our site. Now, what is the psychology behind why the 50% to 61.8% Fibonacci extension area is important? This fib zone represents a travel distance of roughly 50% or halfway of the previous impulse move, which is usually the first area where the big boys will look to take some profit, which can trigger a pullback or a reversal. So going in the opposite direction. You went short here at this long wick candle at key resistance. Price then starts to trend heavily downwards in your favor. Your target 1 could have been this support level here. But now, once price breaks through and continues on, where could your second exit target be? So what you do is you take your Fibonacci extension tool, click at the start of the previous impulse move here, drag it down and click again at the start of the corrective move, and then drag it up to the starting point of your current impulse move, then drag it slightly to the right and click again. You would then be watching the 50% to 61.8% Fibonacci extension area for price action that signals a possible trend change, which you got through the shrinking candles, multiple candles with the wicks sticking out, and a very long wick candle that is also a candle color change. It's at this point when you would further trade manage or exit manage your position. So let's take this up a notch. When the 50% to 61.8% Fibonacci extension zone lines up with a recent swing high. So you went long at this key support level here, or through the breakout here, or through the continuation entry here, and you start to look for exit points. You eye this key resistance level here for an exit point, as it is a swing high. When you apply your fib extension tool, the 61.8% fib extension level also lines up perfectly. Once price reaches the area, either look for an intraday trend change for an exit, or wait for a break of the trend line here. So what is the psychology behind why these are great exit points? When a Fibonacci extension of 50% to 61.8% lines up with a recent swing high, price is at a premium due to it being at the highest price point in recent time. Also, the 50% to 61.8% represents a travel distance of halfway or more of the previous impulse move, which is when the big boys often look to take some profit. This double factor can trigger a possible reversal at these areas, making it a great exit target. So let's show this again. So you went long at this inverse head and shoulders pattern and break here, or through the continuation entry here at the right shoulder of another inverse head and shoulders pattern. You are then eyeing this key resistance level here for an exit point, as it is a swing high and highest price point in recent time. When you apply your Fibonacci extension tool, the 50% fib extension level also lines up perfectly. Once price reaches the area, you had multiple long wick candles reacting to it. You either look for an intraday trend change for an exit, or wait for a break of the trend line here. Now in a downtrend, this concept would work the same, except you would have the 50% to 61.8% fib level lining up with your recent swing low support level. Let's now move on to the 100% Fibonacci extension level. So you went long here at the key support level, or through the continuation entry here. Price trends heavily upwards in your favor, and you start looking for possible exit points, but there is no resistance level in sight to target for an exit as you're entering uncharted territory. You apply your fib extension tool. The first area you were looking at for an exit was the 50% to 61.8% fib extension area, but there was no trend change price action and price continued on. Then the next level you would be eyeing for a possible exit is the 100% Fibonacci extension level here. Again, you need trend change price action once price reaches the 100% fib level, which you had through two possible exit points. Short-term trend line here, and once you had the break, look to exit manage your position. Or long-term trend line here, and once you had the break, look to exit manage your position. Now, what is the psychology behind why the 100% Fibonacci extension area is important? The 100% Fibonacci extension level means that your current impulse move has traveled the same distance as your previous impulse move. This means that price is now at an extreme premium and might suffer from trend exhaustion. The 100% Fibonacci extension level is often where the big boys look to close out large portions of their positions to mitigate risk, which can trigger a large reversal or a very deep pullback. So let's show this again. You went long at this long wick candle at support. You were then eyeing this key resistance level here for an exit point. Now, applying the Fib extension tool. Notice how the 50% to 61.8% Fib extension lines up perfectly with the resistance level. When price got to the level, you had a candlestick reaction, but no intraday trend change confirmation, and price continued on. Price then reaches the 100% Fibonacci extension area, and the trend change price action came in two parts. 1, the trendline break here, or 2, the trend change pattern through the lower high and lower low. Now here's a bonus technique. You can also apply the Fib extension tool onto the larger uptrend here. Notice how the 100% Fib extension level of this larger uptrend also lines up at the same area of the 100% Fib extension level of the short-term uptrend, which means both are confluent to each other and makes the area an even higher quality exit point. There is a series of premium trading guides that work in combination with this video and are required to have to fully grasp these concepts. They are available on our site at wisetrade.com. The specific link is in the description below. Don't forget to tell us in the comments below what topics you want us to cover next. Make sure to hit the like button on this video, as it allows for our team to continue to produce more free videos on YouTube. Also, go follow us on our Instagram account at wisetrade to stay notified about a lot of big projects we have dropping soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.